Once upon a time, there was a car brand named Geo. Born of a union between General Motors and several Japanese automakers, it was positioned as GM's economy car headquarters. But unfortunately, establishing Geo as a standalone brand proved to be a hard sell in today's overcrowded car market. So GM has retired the Geo name and rebadged its products as Chevrolets. Now, these changes coincide with the arrival of an all-new 1998 Prizm sedan. So will a new first name and a new design let Prizm cut through the clutter?
It should, as the redesigned and American-made 1998 Chevrolet Prizm now arms Chevy with a classy little family sedan of its own to send into battle against any and all import competitors. And there's no car more qualified, as the Prizm is nearly identical to and built in the same plant as one of the best-selling small cars of all time, the Toyota Corolla. Conservatively reskinned, the Prizm now features a more prominent front fascia with turn signals moved from the bumper into the headlight housings. Wheelbase remains the same at 97.1 inches, but overall length has increased nearly 2 inches. And when coupled with a new lower hood line, gives the Prizm a sleeker appearance. The body structure is also stiffer thanks to the addition of crossbar braces that support the suspension cradle and engine. The larger body pays dividends for the interior too, with slight increases in front head and legroom, while the redesigned and more comfortable front bucket seats get additional foam padding and a more durable cloth fabric. And like the Corolla, optional side impact airbags, a real advantage against other small sedans. As are the standard pre-tensioning force-limiting front seat belts, and a 2-inch higher seating position that improves outward visibility and also makes it easier to see the clearly marked gauges and optional tachometer that comes with a useful outside temperature display. The Camry-styled rotary knob climate controls are close at hand, and so too is the switchgear that activates the Prizm's unique optional AM/FM CD stereo. A cavernous glove box is at the ready to hold the big stuff, with smaller pockets and compartments placed strategically throughout the cabin for the rest of your doodads. Rear seat riders get new outboard head restraints and a new 3-point safety belt in the middle, but space is still cramped as the touted 3-occupant capacity is more realistic when hauling the little folk. The 60/40 folding seat back on our LSI model releases rather inconveniently from the trunk, and the pass-through is quite narrow. But at 12.1 cubic feet, the Prizm's trunk offers more cargo space than a Honda Civic sedan and the Nissan Sentra. Under the hood, the Prizm has traded its old 1.6-liter engine for a new 1.8-liter 16-valve twin-cam power plant. The only engine available, this 4-cylinder's all-aluminum construction has reduced weight by 66 pounds. But output has increased to 120 horsepower with torque boosted to 127 pound-feet. A choice of 3 transmissions direct power to the front wheels. A 5-speed manual is standard with both 3- and 4-speed automatics optional. The broad flat power band and the 4-speed auto in our LSI allowed runs from 0 to 60 in 9.6 seconds, while the front disc rear drum ABS-equipped brakes brought us back to a stop in 125 feet with moderate pedal feedback but a fair amount of noise. Ride quality is managed by a softly sprung McPherson strut coil spring suspension that gives the Prizm a ride like a much bigger car. Steering is precise and predictable, and the optional front stabilizer bar on the LSI helped keep body roll to a minimum. Unfortunately, price has not kept to a minimum, as the list of features grows longer. The base sedan starts at $12,463, with a more upscale LSI priced at $15,034. But our not unreasonably optioned LSI test car topped out at $19,488. A price like that could have buyers leapfrogging to a Malibu or Lumina. But when reduced to the essentials, the 1998 Chevrolet Prizm is still most attractive. Plus, with the quality built into the 1998 redesign, backed by one of the largest dealer networks in the land, there should be no longer any confusion. The Chevrolet Prizm is one excellent small car choice.